Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, and you can find this 157 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. You can also now find every single Working Class Nerds episode on the YouTubes at MarcusB814. You can also watch me completely win at video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can also watch me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And occasionally we are on the Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern, that's NICKVR. And in this week's episode, we're talking about ourselves with ourselves. That's right, we are guest-free, most definitely. So let's dive right into it. Marcus, what is up and what have you been up to this week?
Dude, I'm pretty proud of myself with that intro.
Which one?
What I just did.
Your intro speed run?
Yeah, that was a good one. My intro speed
Can
run.
we appreciate my rhyming that I wrote like an hour ago?
Guest free.
Most definitely. Hakuna Matata.
All right. It is kind of relaxing to just be here.
And like not have a guest.
And we're sitting side by side from each other. Like we could have totally done this remote, but like that's like less fun.
Agreed. It's way more better in person.
And
I have to actually focus because there's no like downtime when a guest is talking. I can't like be scrolling on Hinge or something.
Oh my God.
When a guest is talking.
So Nick is infamous, everybody, for when somebody's talking, and if it's like if Nick gets sidetracked by anything on his phone, he'll be swiping right.
Oh, I have zero impulse control. Like zero. That's why I can't have food near me during the show.
And that's why I cannot have TikTok on my phone because I'm afraid of what it'll do.
Right.
So I've moved on past Instagram Reels and I'm all into YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
And they're fucking hilarious. But somehow, some way, I've fallen into the rabbit hole of Army, Marine, Air Force, and Navy boot camp drill sergeants. Like somehow the algorithm is yeah. I think I watched one video like 6 times because I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
It was a comparison video of the Marine boot camp versus like the Air Force boot camp.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's real too, right?
Yeah, it's real. So one of them, they were on the bus and the guy's like, "Okay, gentlemen, what's going to happen is we're going to exit this bus and you're going to stand on these circles and you're going to do that. Is that understandable?" They're like, "Yes, sir," and everything. And
they're like, "And you're going to take this and you're going to do that."
Yes,
and you're going to do it. Yes, sir.
You're going to take your bags and do this, right? And then they flip to the Marine one. He's like, "Get the fuck off the bus! Get the fuck off the bus! Go, go, go!" And people are like, "What about our stuff? Oh my God! Oh my God!"
People are like banging on the sides of the bus from the outside.
Yes,
it's like smoke grenades going. Not literally, but it was like complete and utter chaos.
And then once the algorithm knew I watched that, then it continued to show me things. And like when they get off, they have to like call home to their recruiter to know that they're there safe.
Yeah.
Or something. And the drill sergeants are screaming as they're reading the prompt.
Yeah.
And if they fuck up, they make them hang up and do it again.
Yeah.
And again and again. And they're screaming. And whoever's the last one is just fucked.
Yeah.
Because then you have 6 drill sergeants screaming at you at the top of their lungs. And it was this poor dude. He looked like he was 3'11" and he could barely speak. You couldn't hear him talking in the phone over the drill sergeants.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. "I have arrived to Paris Island." And I'm just like, I'm so happy I didn't have to do that. But at the same time, I kind of wish I did do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's kind of the same thing for all the branches. They have to call and like read a script and that's it. And then just click. I mean, I think I was listening to a podcast that was talking about that.
But my little brother's in the Air Force. I got super respect. If you're in the Army, super respect. If you're Navy, God bless you, because if you're locked on that ship for like a month,
oh fuck that.
Yeah, like
I could never do that.
Like I would lose my mind, right?
Yeah. Me too.
And like the other side of it is, dude, where do you jerk off on a Navy boat?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I would hope you have like a little curtain
Like-
over your bunk,
yeah, but like,
but you're still
dude,
gonna
but
hear like the
exactly,
you know
that's
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying. Like, I don't know, but dude, if you're a fucking Marine, dude, you are
out of your mind.
no, you're the fucking most badass human being on the planet.
That's what I mean.
You're like, okay, so like all the other branches of the military are like the ODSTs, right?
yeah.
And if you're a fucking Marine, you're Master Chief.
you're like the Spartans.
Yes.
Well, I think if you're a SEAL, then you're Master Chief.
Well, same thing.
yeah, you're in the program,
Dude, if you're a Marine, SEAL, Navy, Army Ranger, all that shit, that's just gangster.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
very
I
gangster.
couldn't do that. Like I watched it on the documentaries on like all that stuff, and I'm like, I wouldn't make it through 35 seconds.
No.
They were showing one of the special forces of the Marines or something, and they had to they were tied feet and arms behind the back, and they have to go into the ground, swim in the water, and go underwater like 9 feet to pick up something off of the bottom of a pool and come back up like 9 times.
What the fuck
Like
with their arms and legs?
Dude, like what?
Tied up?
Okay, so the only reason why I know this is because this fucking algorithm.
It's just feeding you all this crazy
Yes,
shit.
and I'm like, why can't I just get puppy videos?
But you know what though? You know what's crazy? So like our special forces and like even regular military folks, quote unquote regular, are go through all that stuff, and like that's I don't know what other countries' military training is like, but like it makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, wow, our guys are all badass.
Yes,
Or all service people, sorry, are all
Yes.
badass.
the only thing for me, I wish I joined just so I could have learned how to properly handle guns
Yeah,
and shoot them correctly and
all that fun stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
But the idea of, because when you're in basic training, everybody goes in the gas chamber. Like I have no desire to go into with a gas chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Like none.
Well, of course, nobody does. That's what, but like you got to. They want you to be able to handle the shit just in case. But like, I think about it, and I'm like, well, I think I would suck no matter what. Like, even if I wanted to do that, like I would. I had like a vague interest, but I always thought I wasn't like fit enough for it. But I've got asthma. I've got an achy breaky knee, and now I've got vertigo too. I'm fat and old now too. But
You're not old.
dude, I'm too old. I can't join the military. You got to be under 24.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No. You can join whenever you want.
I'm pretty sure for infantry stuff.
No, you wouldn't be an
24.
infantry. You would go in for officer.
Oh, I have a bachelor's degree. That's true too. But still, I'm too fat and old.
Dude, they would whip you into shape.
Yeah, that's not.
They'd
Yeah,
send you to fat camp. So when you go there, if you go, and if you're too fat, they just sent you to fat camp for 6 weeks.
really?
And then they send you to boot camp.
Oh no shit. That's
yeah,
funny.
so they got to slim you down so you don't fucking hold
Die.
down the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't hold up the whole process.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
if one person fucks up in boot camp, the whole platoon
yeah,
fucking gets it. Next thing you know, you're getting beat up with fucking bars of soap. And
in pillowcases,
yeah.
Wow. No,
this is where the show started. And look at
No way. I'm continuing down the rabbit hole, but I think if I ever see I don't want to do that now. I'm 27. I'm too old. But and I have like another career path already. But if I was like 18 again, I would definitely want to be like my brain thrives in chaos. Like that's why I really liked working in the ER.
like a combat medic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is I'd want to start as a combat medic. That'd be cool. I think it's kind of the best of both worlds because you get like, well, if you're gonna do combat stuff, right? In my head, I'm like, okay, cool. I go through the soft, cushiony Navy boot camp and be a corpsman and stuff, and then I get the extra cool medical training that I want. That's like intense and shit. But then when I go overseas, I'm with all the badass Marines, and they all like me because I'm taking care of them.
Yeah. If I was to do it,
Granted, it's all military training, right? So
Right.
it's all terrible. But
yeah, no, it's not terrible. It's
Well, you know
just
what I mean.
discipline. It's
Intense.
discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my ADD would have been so much better if I went to the service, because they would have taught
Forced
me to
you.
focus.
Yeah.
Taught me how to focus. Like I'm a hard fucking worker, but I get distracted sometimes. Like when I'm on my game, I'm on my game.
Right.
But if I get distracted by a squirrel, it's fucking over for an hour.
right.
I'm screwed. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do because I'm the exact same way.
Right. But the idea of it, I think I would be if I went into the service, I would want to be the guy that sets up the roads and sets up the camps because it's building.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm thinking about it. So if you're going in and paving the road and setting up camps, you're there before everybody else.
Well, they do security people first.
Still, there's like 10 people with you, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, if the Viet Cong are coming to get us,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And you're in Vietnam War, they're not going to care that they're going to be like, fuck, we're going to stop them from building their camp.
Right.
And paving their roads.
Yes, it's the same thing you do now.
Because where we're going, we don't need roads.
What's that? It's a quote from like somebody.
Back to the Future. Shut up. Just move on. Just don't even go there.
All right, I'm ashamed.
Anyways, so a couple things. Like, I'm going to just say it. Work sucks.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm fucking over my job. I love my job, but I am over it.
Okay.
So there's been some changes in my job, not like my career path, just employment, employees and stuff like that. So like there's a little bit more weight on my shoulders. I'm taking less work, but at the same time, like if I want to have a coffee and like chill for 5 minutes, there's nothing getting done.
Right.
So like,
yeah,
now I'm like, I can't fucking stop. And today it was like, I don't know, 10:30, 9:30. And I was like, man, I really want a coffee because I finished my coffee like 2 hours prior. I was like, I really want a coffee.
Wait, you finished your coffee at 7:30?
Yeah.
What time did you get up and start?
I got to work at like 7.
Oh, okay.
But dude, this cold brew is so good that I just fucking...
Oh, yeah, no, I do the same thing.
And then I get all jacked up.
Iced coffee is gone.
Yes,
quickly.
And it's fucking great. But anyway, what I was saying is, so I really wanted a coffee, but I really wanted to finish these doors.
Okay.
So I would finish like 3 or 4 sanding, 3 or 4 doors. And I'm like, fuck, I really want a coffee. Brrr, keep sanding. Finally, I just said, fuck it. I'm going to have a coffee. And of course, as soon as I go get a coffee, I come back and I'm drinking my coffee and I see this pile of doors and it's like eating me alive that I'm not sanding these doors. But I'm like, I deserve a coffee. I legit, dude, today had a full conversation with myself about how I should be able to have my own coffee.
You should.
I know that, but like I was talking to myself, like shitting all over myself, like legit. If somebody walked into my shop today, they would have saw me talking to myself, been like, "Who in the fuck are you talking to, Marcus?" And I would have been like, myself. I'm talking to myself that I'm allowed to have a coffee. Anyways,
yeah, you just set a timer.
Yeah. So then tonight, so my sister gets my kids. Amazon does Prime Books.
Okay.
It's like a Prime book club for kids, and you get nice books, like they're hardcover, like first edition kid books.
That's cool.
And you tell them how old they are, and as the years progress,
yeah,
you sign them up for like 6 months or a year at a time. I don't know. She does it for them for Christmas. It's awesome. It's probably the best gift that my kids get because we read these books every time they come in, and it's awesome.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one of them, it's called Stand Up for Your Rights. It's based Bob Marley's kids.
Okay.
Made this children's book, and it's basically they changed the lyrics a little bit for like little kids, but it's basically it says stand up for your rights, blah blah blah. And so my kid loves it because we sing it, and then afterwards I'll put a YouTube video on of Bob Marley singing it.
Yeah.
And she says to me, she goes, "Daddy, what's so special about Bob Marley?" I said, "Bob Marley stood up for people who couldn't stand up for themselves." She goes, "What does that mean?" Now my kid's 6.
Yeah.
Trying to explain to a kid what standing up for your rights means is tough because like you're not trying to like
scare them or whatever, right?
Well, yeah, scare them or like show them like toxicity. I'm trying to say like this, and the way it ended was I was like, "Julia, think about like a bully at school." She goes, "Okay," and I said, "And you say to that bully, leave that kid alone. You stood up for that kid." She goes, "I do that all the time." I said, "So you're standing up for that kid's rights?" And she goes, "Oh my God, I love it. Can we listen to the song again?" Great. She went to bed singing that song, and she knows that Bob Marley stood up for people, and she's like, "I like him." And then the next breath, she goes, "Daddy, he has really long hair." I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, what do you think about a boy having really long hair?" She goes, "I think it's awesome. You should grow your hair out." I said, "Julia, it's not going to work."
She's like, "I did that once before in my 20s. It was terrible."
Yeah, I had a mullet. It was great. What do you mean? Like, all right. So just for context, everybody, my passport, I have hair down to like
your shoulders,
my shoulders, and I have this giant beard. I'm just saying when I came, like, I always was afraid when I would come through customs and I had to show my passport that they were going to pull me in like the side room because I I definitely in the passport picture look pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Like this, they would be, and they say in 2022, this dude is sus.
Yeah, you definitely. I wish I could see that photo. Do you still have the passport?
Yeah, of course I have the passport. That's my passport.
Oh, you didn't update your passport photo?
No,
You can wait. I thought you had to every time you update it.
no, you don't have to update the passport photo.
That's wicked funny.
Well, because it's good for 10 years. So the
Oh, I
last
thought it was
time,
5. Okay.
no, so it's 10 years. So I think, so I did re-up the passport, and I didn't do the picture, and they didn't say I
Yeah,
had
so
to.
your picture is
But I
from
bet
like 2002 or 4 or something like that.
No, probably like 2007, 2008,
Okay.
2010. I don't fucking know. But anyway, my point here is that, yeah, I looked like a fucking idiot. Anyways, moving on. So Father's Day was Saturday, and
Yep.
I always say, or Sunday.
Sunday. It's mega.
It's the mega
Father's Day weekend special.
So if you have kids, you know, Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, like every holiday is Christmas. Like my house gets decorated every time.
Really?
Yeah, like we have to have a tablecloth. We have to have paper plates of a theme. Like it had, like the kids. Well, now Julia will make signs that say Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. But like it always has to be themed.
Okay.
This week it was just generic plates because they didn't go crazy. But like Mother's Day, I think we did
Flowers or something?
No, we did frozen plates.
Oh, that's fun.
And you got to get a cake that says Happy Father's Day, like the whole 9 yards. Like Carrie likes like this bakery's cake. My favorite cake is a box cake. My kids make it. I fucking love it. Like this is why I'm fat.
Oh, like Betty Crocker?
Yeah, or like
Cake Mix or whatever.
Yes, yeah, Cake Mix. It's the best cake ever.
Okay.
I love it. Maybe it's because my kids make it, because I'm not a big cake guy.
Yeah.
But dude, I love it so much. Like after I'm done streaming, if we have it, I'll go up, I'll open the drawer, grab a knife, and I'll cut a sliver off, and I'll eat a little piece by hand.
Of course.
And then
if cake is out, that's what happens. It's just like,
right.
You know, because like mentally you're like, I'm not eating a piece of cake. It's just a bite.
Right.
And then 2 hours later,
Yes.
it's just a bite.
Yes.
And then 2 hours later, it's just a bite.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it's like you ate a third of a cake.
Yes. But so this last time they got Oreo cake.
Okay.
It was Oreo cake, and they did Oreo frosting, and it was delicious, right?
Yep.
So I came up, had a sliver. This is Tuesday. And I went to bed. And I was laying in bed, and I don't know, I think I was talking to A-Trax or something, like Discord message.
Yeah.
And I put the phone down, and I walked back to I got out of bed. Now I'm fucking butt naked other than my underwear. Walked to the kitchen just to get another slice of cake. I got out of bed to do it. This is why I'm fat. Like, I don't like, if you are well fit and you go to the gym and you take good care of yourself, I commend you so much, because that's so much work.
It's so much,
and you can tell me till you're
It's so
blue in
much-
the face it's routine and like all this.
It's so
You
much.
can't-
It's like mental gymnastics. To do
Right.
that.
But you got to tell, you can't tell me that every fucking day when you see a piece of cake sitting on the counter, you don't want to devour that shit.
right.
And
Or maybe you're like, I'm a savory person, but like you don't drive by Five Guys and your mouth doesn't water a little bit or something, or whatever your thing is. You know?
I just feel like that's not the way to live.
Yeah. Like,
And that's why I'm going to die early.
well, like yesterday, I was like, I came home from work, I was like stressed, and I don't know. For me, it sounds like excuses or whatever, but it's like mental work. It's like, okay, do I resist the urge and like be disciplined to like eat better, or do I just like take the easy route and be like, oh, I'm gonna have 2 hot dogs for lunch today? Like I'm 7 years old at a baseball
but
game.
that's okay, dude. See, like 2 hot dogs isn't bad. My problem is, dude, I eat pretty good. Like I'll eat a salad or like the leftover chicken for dinner, like lunch.
Yeah.
Like I've cut down on like the shit I eat during the day. The problem is after stream, like it's like snack 30.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially in your basement, you've got the snack shelf right next to your cave.
It's awful, dude.
Your COVID fart cave.
Yes. Oh my God. But anyway, so back to the Father's Day. So my kids got me well, first off, they went to the comic book store.
The one in East Lawn Ghetto?
No, comic book store. It's in
Oh yeah, I'm
Enfield,
thinking
I
a
think.
toy store.
But anyways, they went to the comic book store because they asked the kids. Carrie asked the kids what do they want to get them. They said we're going to go to the comic book store,
I should go.
and they got me. They both picked out a comic book for me that they picked out. There's a whole giant wall. It's like 75 feet of just comic books everywhere.
Well, it's a really big store,
Right.
That one in Enfield,
But like, yeah. And so they picked me out 2 comic books. Julia got me a Star Wars one with Princess Leia on the cover, and Ryan got me a Spider-Man one. Sorry.
Okay.
And then they got me a toy, and it's a Wolverine toy.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's like an action figure, like posable, like So
I just think of the 90s, like.
So we've been
show.
watching it. So this is where the Wolverine came from. So we've been watching the X-Men cartoon from the 90s.
It's awesome
because it's on Disney Plus.
Is it really?
Yes. And
I should put that on.
It's fucking fantastic. Like the Sentinels and like Apocalypse, like we're not there yet, but like Gambit, mon ami. Like Rogue, she's like like a Southern Belle. Like, oh, it's such Storm is just gangster as fuck. Like the whole thing, and like Cyclops is still a douche. You know what I mean? It's so good, and like, dude, that's
I didn't
cool.
realize it was on Disney Plus. I gotta go watch
Right,
that.
and dude, it's such a quality cartoon.
Yeah,
like we don't have those anymore. Maybe it's because I'm old as dirt. We don't have those. But anyway, so we've been watching that. So they got me a Wolverine figure, and I wasn't gonna open it. And Ryan goes, "We open the box, we play with it." I'm like, "Sure, dude, we'll open it." So we did it, and I've had it. I've been leaving it on my TV console in the
living room.
Yeah, and tonight he goes, "Daddy, can I sleep with Wolverine?" Sure, dude. So I put him to bed, and I'm putting him to bed, and he's like, shh. I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm slicing Sentinels with my claws." And I'm like, "My man." And fast forward, he's screaming now. So I was taking a leak, getting ready to come over, and he's screaming, "Daddy!" I go in there. He goes, "Daddy, I want a Wolverine costume, and I want the claws." I'm like, "All right, dude." He goes, "You show me on your phone?" I was like, "No, it's bedtime. Please, Daddy, show me a Wolverine costume on my phone so I can think about it tonight." And I'm like,
all right, that's pretty
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, no problem, bro. And I got to stop calling my kids bro, because they're calling everybody bro.
Really?
They're like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." Carrie's like, "You got to stop." And I'm like, I am fucking these kids up, dude. Like, and
that's fantastic.
It's hilarious, but at the same time, we were outside and like the mailman showed up, or somebody showed up, and Julia goes, "Sup, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, this can't happen. But anyway.
Okay, that's hilarious though.
Yes. So that's completely sidebar of no gaming, but
okay.
I've been playing a lot of games, but I've also been working on a lot of YouTube stuff. So I'm really close to stop streaming on Tuesday nights, and I'm probably going to go to 2 days a week on Twitch.
Yep.
And it's going to allow me to focus on my YouTube content, because I really, 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 really want to make YouTube partner, and it's not fucking easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a goal I have. We've been creating videos like we talked about last week. There's a new one up of me playing Trials of Osiris. It's like 12 minutes long. I think it came out fantastic. The fact that all the Working Class Nerds episodes are on there, I'm going to be trying some new stuff. That's kind of why I'm not going to be streaming. I'm still going to do Clan Night on Tuesday. I'm still going to do all the same things. I'm actually going to record the video of me playing the game, but I have some ideas of stuff I want to do for it, almost like a Working Class Nerds Unplugged, like of me just talking about stupid shit solo,
like
but over like gameplay,
like military videos or something.
No, just like me playing games, but it's just me rambling about stupid bullshit.
Okay,
so like you can watch me play video games, but I'm going to be rambling about something I don't really know, but I'm kind of excited about it, so that's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
But I have been playing a shit ton of Destiny 2. And do you know what RNG is, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. RNG is not my friend.
Like a random number generator?
Yes.
Yes.
So
RNG in
there's a game. There's a gun in Destiny that's called the Vex Mythoclast.
The Vex Populi from BioShock Infinite?
No, but it's the Vex Mythoclast. Anyways, so it drops from the final boss of Vogue, the Vault of Glass raid. But it's not guaranteed. So Bungie changed some of the rules that if the weekly rotation of the gun is if the weekly rotation of the raid is there, you can farm it. So you can do the final boss over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But
I ran that shit. So it kind of got named the Vexathon.
Try to get it.
I think I ran it 40 times and I didn't get it.
Damn.
And the 3 people who got it already had the fucking gun.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's fucking awful. Like stage 5 clinger, like awful.
Yeah, and you can't gift anything to anybody in Destiny.
No, you can't give shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna pass on it and you guys roll for it. Like, nope, it's like fuck off, try again.
That sucks.
Yeah, and then I was setting it up to do it on Sunday on stream, the third Vexathon. This is my day. I'm gonna get it. My fucking computer shit the bed because of NVIDIA drivers. So I updated.
That's what was wrong with it?
Yes. So I finished streaming Saturday night. Everything was fine. I updated my NVIDIA driver, shut my computer off. Everything was fine. Next day, dude, I tried to stream and it was like frame rate drop. It was awful. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Now, so I spent all Sunday night trying to figure out, and then into Monday, and I figured out that it was finally just the graphics driver, and I went into NVIDIA.com, installed the driver that was before it, fixed the fucking problem. I'm good to go.
Wow. So the new drivers just like bricked your shit.
So there's something about the new Microsoft is making these drivers be something new, and it's not working well, or they haven't perfected it. I don't know. It fucked my shit up. So
yeah. Did you see? I don't know if you've like been paying attention to it, but I saw an article that's saying, graphics card prices are like almost MSRP finally.
Oh no, they are MSRP. I just looked.
They're
today.
actually good. Like I saw a sale for it was I almost bought it. A NVIDIA 3090 Ti. It was like $1,600. It was like reasonably priced.
Well, you can get an MSI 3080 for $779 right now.
Yeah, that's great.
You can get a MSI RTX 3080 Gaming Z. So this I think has bigger something. It's $820. Oh, it might have RGB or something. But like,
yeah,
you can get them.
You can, yeah. Now you can get like good graphics cards for reasonable prices.
I'm trying to tell people if you're going to
if you're gonna go big on a graphics card, like go big.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's if you're going to build a computer in between now and 6 months from now, buy the video card right now, because I have a bad feeling that like there's an abundance of them and they're about to go away.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be like, oh, they're available, so I'm going to wait. You know, that old thing of like, oh, there's 100 of them available. I don't need to buy it now.
Yeah.
And then the day you go buy it, they're like, oh yeah, we sold out 3 weeks ago. You're like, fuck. And then you're stuck.
That's why I have that new credit card that I always champion, but I almost just like grabbed a 3090 Ti just to have one.
I hate you.
Which is a big dick move.
Wait. But you don't.
But I don't need one. I have a 3080.
Yeah, you don't need one.
That's like spending $1,600 for.
Well, you could sell your 3080, but like you don't need it.
Yeah,
like
I don't need it.
Like if you had,
for all intents and purposes, I don't need it. The whole reason I bought a 3080 is to not need a graphics card for like 3 years.
You don't need it. Right. You're not going to need a video card for a long time.
Until like probably the 50 series or so.
But I do have a mega itch to build a new computer.
Why?
It's what I do. Dude, I don't spend money on anything. Everything is my kids.
I'm trying to get you to spend money on something else. And you're like, oh, I gotta go. I'm going to go buy it in person.
What's wrong with that?
So get it done.
Support a local shop. I just haven't had a second. I've been working my balls off.
All right.
So what Nick is talking about, I'm going to play paintball next week.
Take less of a coffee break and go get your shit done.
Oh, my God.
See, that's what I call stirring the pot.
Oh, my God. Anyways, yeah, that's That's pretty much it for me.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you just glossed over you're going to play paintball next week?
Well, I made the point. I'm going to play paintball next week. And
When?
Wednesday night.
At Matt's out back in Coventry, Connecticut. Come on down. We can turn it into a working class nerds meetup.
So my wife is
kidding.
going to Rhode Island with the kids for a day or so. So I am, I'm going to go play paintball on Wednesday night
Hell yeah.
or early evening.
Yeah.
For a couple hours.
I think they start doing shenanigans at like 4:30. It's like 4:30 to dark.
Yeah.
I usually don't get there till like 5:30 or so.
Well, I'm
go
going to
super
do it
late.
just to go.
It's nice. It's low key. There's like no pressure. You can just do drills if you want because there's 2 fields.
I'm not going to do drills. I'm just going to fucking stand there and just shoot
Well, that's
endless amounts of paint.
Well, that's a drill. You're gonna do that for one pod pack, and then you're gonna be like, okay.
No,
I'll be like, hey, you want to practice your off the break shooting? I'll put a barrel on. You'll be like, sure. And then I'll be like, oh, here, let's practice this. And you'll be like, okay, sure.
My favorite
and then
thing.
You're like, let's just play 1 point. Come on. And then you'll be
Well, no, I'll play a point, but like my favorite thing ever is you come off the box, you shoot the lane where you got to shoot somebody out. You shoot like 5 or 6 balls there, and then you switch to the other lane, and then you get a 2-pack.
Oh, that's the best.
It's the best.
I did that in Philly. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So Nick is back.
I am back, baby. I'm back from Philly.
Week? How was your week?
I didn't even talk about Philly. That's not even a bullet point. I got to talk about that. So I was in I was in Philadelphia. Well, it's really like
flip Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's really outside of Philly. It was like Royersford or something like that, wherever the NXL event was. But NXL stands for National X-Ball League, which is the professional type of style of paintball. But it was awesome. We did a lot better than we did in Dallas, which was fantastic. We played really, 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 really good paintball. We made the playoffs. We're playing in Division 3. So if you don't know, there's different divisions in paintball based on skill level.
You've explained that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just doing the quick rundown in case there's new.
But just so you guys
listeners.
know that making the playoffs is called making the Sunday club.
Yeah,
is not fucking easy.
No, it's not. You got to be playing great to do that. Like you can't half-ass anything. But so it's pro, semi-pro. The division's based on skill. Pro, semi-pro, Division 2, Division 3, 4, 5 beginner. I play Division 3, so right in the middle of things. But it's basically like if you start playing competitively, it'll probably be in Division 4, and then as you progress, it's Division 3 is like, I don't know, the next level up. Like people take it seriously, if that makes sense. You just say that's accurate?
People take it seriously no matter where you are.
And that's true, Division 4, but it's like now you're leveled up. In Division 2, it's like a really big commitment. Division 3 is too if you want to be successful. But so we made Sunday. That was our goal, was to make Sunday, and we did, and it was awesome that we did. We were super, super pumped about it. We honestly, the match that we lost Sunday morning, we could have won too. It was skill level wise, a couple errors here and there. We needed to be like 5% better, and we could have beat that team. But which is like frustrating, but also, we left there with our heads pretty high, if that makes sense. Like we really performed well the whole weekend, and
nothing.
And and then I drank some beer and stuff, and it was great. But the event was really cool. They had like food trucks and stuff. They had like every like paintball company had vendors there. It was really cool. Thursday we went down Thursday and had like an hour practice, and my gun like started leaking like crazy and like blew up almost. I have 2, thankfully. But
did you bring it to the Planet Eclipse guy?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Shout out to Dave from the Planet Eclipse booth. He so I don't know if you remember
what was wrong with it.
So I'm going to tell you. So I don't know if you remember, but I bought a second gun.
Yeah.
This exact same gun as the one that I have. So I brought it all.
So did you change? Which one was it? The Dark Trooper or the Light Trooper?
It was the Dark Trooper. So which has the Light Trooper, the silver grip frame, which has the regulator in it. Yeah. And I bring it over, and he's like, I explain what happened. It's leaking like crazy out of this one spot. And he's like, huh. I was like, and it fired. Like it cycled when I like put the air on it. He's like, really? I'm like, yep. He's like, So he takes the regulator out, and like the regulator part, and it's got a piston that moves back and forth, and like the lube is supposed to be white in there, and it was like Creature from the Black Lagoon black goop in there. I was like, oh my god, that's never been lubed. So I bought it from one of my teammates. Well, so the first owner was Zach Snow, so who plays on Power One. He had it first, and he sold it to my other teammate Fernando, who never lubed the reg. Zach never lubed the reg. Fernando never lubed the rig, and it's probably got like 100,000 shots on it. And then like I had it, and it was literally just like sitting on the table, aired up, and all of a sudden it goes pop, and it fires. I was like, what the? And then it's like, like you ever hear somebody degas their gun like when you just put the ASA on? That's how loud it was. Just like,
and you're like, that's not good.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll be back. I walked over to the Planet Eclipse booth and I handed it to him. I was like, this sounds terrible. He's like, yeah, it does. He takes it apart and he goes, well, that's why. Cleans the rig, puts it back together, works perfect. Shot it all weekend. But it was just like, oh yeah, I bought that used. I never thought to like go through the whole thing. I just assumed my teammates were like, took care of their crap. Never. Obviously not.
Like, I don't think I ever lubed what I always did was anytime there was a Planet Eclipse guy, I just said, can you check it out? And they would just take it apart and lube everything that needs to be lubed.
Yeah.
But that's why you buy a Planet Eclipse gun, because it's like bulletproof.
It is. It's like the AK-47 of paintball gun brands.
Or like the Honda of cars.
Honda, exactly.
Or a Honda or Toyota motor, you can't blow them up. You can dump all the oil out and they'll still drive 100,000 miles.
Right.
Can't do that in my Ford.
Not recommended, but yes. Speaking of oil changes, I was like over by like 5,000 miles for my last oil change, which was like terrible for my Subaru, which is also pretty bulletproof, but then I changed it and it was fine.
Oh, I thought, like there's a place right down the road from your work that you can get an oil change.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, and you just drop it off and have them bring you to work.
Yeah. Well, that's they offer you a rental one. Right in Chicopee is a place I know, but it was awesome. Right. So NXL Philly was great. I had an awesome time. The drive back was terrible from Philly to Southern Massachusetts. That was like 5.5 hours. It was a bunch of traffic.
Being fucking exhausted from playing paintball all day.
Yeah, like I didn't have to wake up until 6:30 that morning, but me and Ricky, the guy I roomed with, my teammate I roomed with, were up at like just happened to be up at 5:30 because we were like, it's Sunday paintball. You know what I mean? When you're like,
oh, dude, yeah, you're not sleeping well.
Yeah, no. When you're just like, it's one of those. It's almost like Christmas morning when you're a kid, where you wake up every 2 hours. Like, did I oversleep? No. Did I oversleep? No. Did I oversleep? No. You know what I mean? So like, it was 5:30, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm just fucking up now.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was great. The drive home was terrible, but I am back in black now, and I'm playing The Witcher 3 on stream, which is fucking awesome. I played it on stream Monday, and I played it again on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I did not. I went out to dinner with some of my old coworkers, and then went to the Storm and Norman Theater to watch the Kenobi finale,
which was good.
It was very good. I enjoyed it.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk this episode, or are we going to do it later? Different episode.
I'm just going to talk about it.
Okay.
Cuz there's been a lot of hate, and I don't think it's needed. No, dude. You don't need to
It is the writing's pretty bad. I think you're allowed to hold something to a high standard.
Yes, yeah, you can, but
because we get a good example. We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
Grumpy Grandpa 1 and 2 over here. So I definitely am going to play The Witcher a lot. It's my flavor of game, and I'm actually into it finally. So
and have you watched The Witcher on Netflix?
Oh yeah, I've seen that already.
All right, so it's kind of like connecting. It's a different timeline, I'm sure, but at least
no, I think it's the same timeline. It's just before the games.
But that's what I'm saying. But it kind of it's extra content.
Yeah. So to put it in perspective, the show happens before any of the 3 games. In the beginning of the first game, they have the trope where your main character is a badass but has amnesia. So then you have to relearn everything. So when you have amnesia, you forget that you were dating Yennefer, basically.
Right. So did you see the trailer for Starfield?
Yes.
And talking about your style again.
First time I watched it, I looked it up online. It was just a piece of it, and then I went back and watched the whole
Bethesda showcase of it.
Yes, the whole Bethesda showcase.
I think 1,000 planets.
Yeah, and
fully explorable.
It looks fucking fantastic. So it's basically Fallout.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, but it's basically Fallout 4, on each planet, right? Where you can build a base and you go around, you shoot the monsters and you find the things and all that stuff, and you upgrade your armor, whatever. Cool. But then you can also customize your whole ship. And also you can fly between planets and also fight things in space and also explore all the planets. And there's 1,000 planets. It's like granted, they say like, okay, like not all the planets are going to have life on it and everything. They're just going to be like stuff you can mine essentially. Fine. No problem. But like you figure there's at least 10 or 12 planets you can like explore.
I bet there's going to be more than 10 or 12.
No, I know. And I'm being pessimistic.
But for me, well, No Man's Sky did it by like this algorithm or something where it like just generated planets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure that has to do with it. And it's like an AI that just creates.
No, I think it's probably they're probably all the same. If I had to guess, like Planet XYZ is.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure but I'm sure that a lot of planets are going to be like either nothing or just monsters.
Yeah,
and then there's going to be like you said, like 10 or 20 planets that are like the story.
Yeah, they have
planets.
Right, they have that, you have the Glapglorps fighting the Dinglebops.
Right, and but I saw that and I was like, oh my god, Nick's life is over.
Yeah, I got major like at first I was watching. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like Fallout 4 in space. I'm getting the Outer Worlds vibes. And then they started talking about the planets, like the ship customization. I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And then it's like, then you show them flying around. I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And then you're like going to a new planet and it's like a whole nother world. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in. This is awesome. This is really fucking cool.
What is your ideal release date for a game? Any game you're excited for? Like when in the time of year is your like, I wish this game would release this time every year or this next game I hope it releases here because I'll be able to sink my teeth into.
Second week of February.
That's interesting to me. For me, it's like Christmas.
Well, okay, I can get that too, but see, here's my thoughts. Like Christmas,
but it doesn't actually matter for me, and I'll explain why in a minute.
Because like my thought is like I want. Well, it depends on the kind of game, right? Like if I'm thinking about
your type of game,
this type of game is story driven. I'm just like not, it's solo gameplay. So I'm by myself, whatever. Like second week of February because all my other like favorite entertainment stuff is waning down. So like I'm a big football fan, so I love like I'll watch every single playoff football game and I'll watch every single Patriots regular season game, and if they're in the playoffs, obviously that. So like football season, that's a weekly thing, or I'll be looking at stuff for fantasy football and all that fun stuff. So when like the Super Bowl comes the first weekend in February, then like I don't have any. That content goes away, and it's winter outside because I live in New England and it's fucking awful. Like the February through March is just like you're over winter by a month already, and you have 2 more months at least of winter, and most of April is shitty too. So like it's like you're down in the dumps anyways. So to have that drop and be like, oh cool, I can go play this awesome game and escape the terrible winter warlock outside. So that's my thought anyway. For me, that's like the time where I'm like really jumping into a story-driven game like that.
I think for me, it doesn't actually matter anymore. Like I say Christmas, but it doesn't actually matter because I don't get to play games until 8:30 at night anyways.
Right. Yeah.
So like it doesn't really matter. But I guess I wouldn't want a game to release in the summer because I feel like in the summer I'm outside more with the kids, and like it is harder for me to start streaming at 8:30 because the kids stay up later and like the pool and everything else.
Right.
So I would say anything but summer. But Christmas time I like because the company shuts down between Christmas and New Year's. So like
you have like more time during the week.
Well, I don't play games during the day. If I'm home, I'm playing with the kids. But then again, they're really young. Like a year from now, 2 years from now, they're going to be busy doing their own thing. They're not going to need dad around, and maybe I will be able to game during the day.
Yeah, or what if they want to play their own games? Like Ryan could be playing Spider-Man PS4.
We've been playing Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis on my Xbox, like the classic.
Oh, really?
Well, I figure that's like the perfect game, and he loves the Sonic movies. Oh, did you ever watch the two Sonic? Yeah, but did you ever watch the Sonic movies?
No.
The new ones, they're good.
I don't believe you.
They're actually good. No, like I'm being serious. Like, yeah, they're cheesy. But like Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Did you hear that? That was my opinion of my thoughts on Marcus's opinion on movies.
No, dude, it's not bad. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, he does a really good job as a villain.
I mean a douche. But I'm sure Jim Carrey does an awesome Dr. Robotnik, and it does look fun, but like it's just not my kind of movie. I think after like the debacle of the CGI for the first one, where they showed it and it looked like, I don't know, a Sonic stuffed animal that like has been through the wash 100 too many times. I was just like, well, this movie's gonna be garbage. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I didn't get into Sonic too much when I was younger playing the Sega Genesis. What are you looking at?
My friend is in New York City, stuck working in New York City. And he said the last time he was down there, it was Ghost Town. And he said Times Square's crazy and they're having a crazy like pride party right now. And he said the music is bumping. He said he's like, I was in my hotel room just relaxing. He's like, there was no relaxing. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going outside.
Yeah, why not?
And he said everybody's just smoking weed in the middle of Times Square.
It's great.
Yeah.
Music's just bumping. Everyone's
bumping. He said there's a fucking DJ there and he's fucking
jamming.
And all the they have all the screens all around just blinking lights.
Like pulsating with the music?
Yes. I'm like, wow, that's fucking fantastic. That's what he said.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks if you're trying to sleep, but
dude, if you're in New York City and it's 10 o'clock at night, you're not sleeping.
That's true.
Me and you were wasted because Max kept feeding us drinks at that bar, and we ended up at Taco Bell at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we had to eat the tacos on the fucking balcony of that hotel room.
Yeah, but that was cool.
I can't wait to go back. I hope they bring back the cantina this year so we can go back.
Yeah, the cantina was cool. What was I talking about?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
As soon as I got sucked into the Times Square Pride Party, my whole life got shut down, and I'm like, I wish I was there at the Pride Party.
Me too. That's probably bumping.
I'm fucking dancing.
Give me the rainbow attire.
I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to dance.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me some bumping music. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I tried to listen to like the Destiny music while I was playing the game. I was like falling asleep. I'm like, I can't do this.
No, I was actually, when I was playing The Witcher by myself, I had Spotify up and I was playing my like actual house music.
Yeah, like I can't. I think that's the key to gaming for me is like I need music.
Your own soundtrack.
Yeah.
It is nice in like boss fights and like cutscenes and stuff to have the game music. I'll pause it for that, but to like get the cinematic effect.
Oh my God.
But like when you're just running around, like your own music's great.
Right. Oh my God, dude. Did you know the Steam sale's going on?
Yes, I did. Steam summer sale. There's some good deals. But like I'm not going to buy anything because I'm not going to play anything else than what I normally play.
Well, so here's the things I'm going to say to you. See, this is where you could benefit. Like if there's a couple single player RPGs that you're like, hey, I really wanted to play it and it's like $10, buy it.
Right.
Because even if one stream night, like you're like, I want to take the night off and I want to play Dingledorf's fucking
something else,
Tiny Tina's, and you want to try it for one night.
Yeah.
And it's on sale for $10. It's not bad. You know what I mean?
Like Sekiro would be cool. Or Sekiro. I forget how you say it. I think it's Sekiro. That's on sale, but like it's not my game.
Yeah.
I don't like the okay.
But I couldn't. Well, but Ghost Recon World, like
Wildlands for $10.
Yeah, but like I would love to. Yeah, for $10, I would like to play it. But that's a game that like you play 2 or 3 hours, you've just gotten through the tutorial,
right?
Because it's a complete open sandbox world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. What a good deal though. I've already played it, so I won't play it on stream. But Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's not a good deal, dude. It came out in fucking like 2012, and it's fucking $30.
It came out in 2020.
Dude, look at God of War. It's $40. Like, come on.
Yeah, but it's remastered for the PC.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a 4K coat of paint.
See, the Elder Scrolls Online for $5.99. That's a goddamn deal.
That's a good deal.
Because that is a good MMO. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I. Yeah. Anyways, the Steam sale is dangerous.
It is definitely dangerous.
But like, I know for a fact. Like that game right there is amazing. And it's only $14.99. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played it 2 days and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think I played Origins and I couldn't get into it. But you know what's cool? So Sniper Elite 4 is on sale.
Wait, can we just stop for a second? Who in their right mind is going to buy Battlefield 2042 for $30 fucking dollars? Like that should be free to play.
Yeah.
Look at, what does it say?
Over mostly negative reviews with 107,000 and change reviews.
Right, that's bad.
That's bad.
One friend wants this game. Me. I don't want that game.
No, not anymore.
Oh, because they just released a huge content pack.
Yeah.
And that, supposedly it's like they've made it better.
Yeah. whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, one quick highlight. I was gonna say, so Sniper Elite 4 is on sale, but Sniper for $6. That's actually probably a good deal. But Sniper Elite 5 just released, and it's got a co-op campaign, and I'm kind of interested in that. I know you won't play it, but
No.
I'm like, maybe like I'll drag one of the paintball guys.
Well,
in to play
like
a
you
couple
and
missions.
Feta should play that.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's cool. You like sneak around, you shoot the guy, and then you can get, when you're doing story missions. Yeah,
see,
Guardians of the Galaxy's on sale.
I want to play that game.
I heard it's not that good.
Dude, people love it. Atrax is playing it right now, and he said it's hilarious and it's awesome. Like, I honestly think the Guardians is like the best Marvel content.
It is fun because they're like fairly normal folks.
Right.
Not literally, but what was I going to say? No, Sniper Elite 5, there's like a mode where someone else can invade like your story mission. So all of a sudden it'll be like Axis invasion. There's a Nazi sniper, and that's the person invading your game. You're like, oh shit, I got to go fight. Like all of a sudden, it's
but
PvP.
then and then all of a sudden it's like they kill you, and now you got to restart your mission. There's another game. I don't know if it's on sale. Detroit Become Human. Like I own it. Yeah. I need to play that game because I loved Heavy Rain.
Yeah, it's the same makers.
Yes. Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk's on sale.
$30. Fuck off. Not paying $30 for that game.
No, I feel like that's like what I would pay normally, not like on sale.
Right. Like, I don't know. Wait, Apex? I thought it was free to play. Why is it $30?
The Champions Edition.
Oh, it must come with all the
people.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Steam sale. It's dangerous. It's real easy to buy games you're never going to play, but
that's why I have 127 games in my library and I've only played 6.
Yeah, how many do I have in mind now that I got Steam open? 27.
No, I have to scroll many times.
I'm on like amateur hour here.
No, you're
Squad. I haven't played Squad in a long time.
I don't even know what that is.
Rocket Squad is like a pretty realistic
Rocket Boots.
Rocket League. Lego Star Wars that I just couldn't get into. That was kind of a waste of money, but it was a good idea.
Well, I don't know if I would say it was
not
a waste of money, but so somebody said it to me perfectly. Lego Star Wars was great, but it's the same story that you've been playing or watching on TV or in movies for years.
Yeah.
So it's not like they mixed anything up. It's like you're playing the same thing. Like, yeah, it's fun that it's a Lego game and cool you supported it, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, it got old after like an hour. Like halfway through the first stream, I was like, oh boy, I'm in for a long run here.
Yeah. Do you want to read about this? So we're going to just talk about the takedown update because this was a huge issue in the Destiny community with YouTube. People got copyrighted because of this, and like there was a lot of issues with this, and they finally gave us an update, and Nick is going to read it.
Okay. So in a previous TWAB, we let everybody know, this is a release from Bungie if you couldn't tell. In a previous TWAB, we let everybody know that a series of copyright takedown issues on YouTube had been identified as being fraudulent by someone impersonating our intellectual property protection service. Whoa. We wanted to give a brief update and let everyone affected know that we have identified the individual responsible and we are taking legal action. Somebody's getting sued. We take these matters seriously and will invest time and resources required to protect our community from malicious actors. That said, do not attempt to harass, attack, or pile onto this individual. Any direct outreach not by Bungie's legal team could impair our ability to address the harm done by our community, which is our top priority. We have your backs on this and make sure this individual meets with the future they deserve. Much though we appreciate this is a weird sentence. Much though we appreciate the sentiment, we aren't asking for your help in making that happen. Now that this person has been identified, it has removed some challenges we faced in reviewing license requests for archived music uploads. If you have been waiting for these, thank you for your patience, and we hope to get back to you in the next few weeks. So basically, somebody was copywriting Bungie and impersonating Bungie and making copyright claims.
So that My Name is Bife guy, he did like an hour-long story of the Witch Queen. Like, it was amazing. Like, the most amazing YouTube video I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it
got taken down.
It got taken down. Dude, if you're a YouTuber and like that's your content,
and like that fucks you,
dude. Like, like, and took him like a week to put it back up, and like that ruins your whole algorithm and people
everything.
like the content and monetization and all that stuff. Like, I'm sure that shit hurt.
It definitely it screws up the whole video.
Right. So anyway, so if you're an asshole, fuck you. Anyways, in AIE news, Saturday nights is the night for Saturday Night Lotro, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. In Lord of the Rings Online, we're on the Landreval server. Mal will take you through whatever content you may need to do. If you're just starting out and you want to play a free-to-play game in Lord of the Rings universe, or what do they call their... Yeah, it would be Lord of the Rings universe,
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if you want to be Frodo and be a hobbit, you can do that. And Mal probably has a character waiting in the intro area to help you like learn through. Just so you know, that game max level is 120, and I'm pretty sure you can do like 90% of it for free.
That's cool.
Yes, dude. And who doesn't want, like, for me, like if I go back, I want to go to Mordor.
You should play the Middle Earth games because you're only going to play it for an hour anyway. So
yeah, no, I'm not.
I know.
The problem is I want to play all the games, but I literally don't have time. There's not enough time in the week for me to be able to play games. Like, actually, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, like Wednesday, I'm going to play paintball. Tuesday, I'm going to stream. But like when I get out of work, motherfucker, you better know I'm getting Chipotle delivered and I'm going to start playing video games. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Because like anytime the kids go away, I'm playing games.
That's a good point. Quick sidebar. What is your preferred meal delivery service?
Chipotle.
No, DoorDash. Wait, just Chipotle just delivers?
Yes. Well, I think they use a service, but I just go on the Chipotle app and get it delivered.
That's nice.
I refuse to cook my own dinner when the family isn't there.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. You always like go out, which is cool.
Well, I honestly, dude, you know what my favorite thing in the world is? Getting home from work, taking a shower right away, because most of the time I don't get to shower until the kids go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'll just come out and I'll sit on the couch in my underwear with a fucking white t-shirt on, and I'll order food and I'll just slobber it all over myself, put the mustard all over my shirt, and not give a fuck.
It's the best.
Yes.
You can just go like full slob mode.
Yes. Dude, it's so relaxing to be able to go full slob mode.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then also too, we've been watching Kenobi on Wednesday nights, and it's been awesome because like I'll stop at this local convenience store and pick up a snack. Like, what do I feel like today? Because like I never do that. I never just go to a convenience store and pick out a snack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Reese's
like Chex Mix or something.
Yeah, Chex Mix or M&M peanut butters.
Or like beef jerky or something. Okay, maybe not that.
I mean, Nick.
I just got the mega thumbs down look.
Oh my God. Who's gonna like okay, if you're going fishing for the day, jerky. If you're going to play paintball,
stuff.
Yeah, jerky. If you're going to sit on a couch in the most comfortable theater seats on the planet with the most amazing sound system ever in an 86-inch LED of heaven TV,
yeah,
you're not buying jerky.
That's true.
Because you're gonna be like nom, 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 or just like a little M&M. But the whole bag is gone.
You can't wait. Who eats an M&M one at a time?
Me.
It's like Skittles. You don't eat one at a time.
No,
you
no,
eat like fistfuls.
no. Skittles is fistfuls because like you get the multiple flavors.
Yeah,
and the more
Taste
flavors
the rainbow,
you get,
bro.
Yeah, but an M&M is all the same. So like you don't need like flavor overload because one is heaven.
What is this? A bite for mice? A bite for ants?
It's called enjoying it.
No, fistfuls. I can't eat M&Ms, but when
right.
I did, it was fistfuls.
Yeah, but like, okay,
12-year-old Nick was eating fistfuls.
I understand that, but like, you're such bullshit. You're not fucking allergic to chocolate. Anyways, like, but if you like, okay, so you buy so they have the regular size, then they have the share size, right? So obviously you're going to buy the share size, and instead of calling it the extra large or the large bag, they change it to share size.
Yeah,
right. If you do handfuls, you're 2 bites.
Okay, I'm not literally handfuls, but I'm eating, like, I don't know, 5 to 7.
No, 1 at a time, bro. Enjoy it.
A little
stretch content and like watching the movie, and you're like,
See, that's such an MMO player type of thing. You stretch it out. You're gonna walk for 20 minutes in real life to your next destination.
But I want to enjoy it. Like, I want it to last through the process of the thing. When we were at the movies watching, what was the last movie I saw? Oh, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
The guys sitting next to us, they got a large popcorn and they bought 9 bags of M&Ms and they dumped it in the popcorn and shook it so that it was like a party mix.
I was like,
idea. Dude, I told the guys, it was during the previews. I was like, guys, that is the best power move I've ever seen. I'm so impressed. They're like, dude, you don't do this? And I was like, no, I always just eat them separate. He goes,
that's such a good idea. You're basically making your own Chex Mix.
He told me to bring the big dick energy.
He was like, dude, when you go to the theater, you got to bring the big dick energy.
Yes. And I was like, clearly I'm not. And
awesome.
then I opened up halfway through the movie. I opened up the bag of Sour Patch Kids and I got the looks.
Of course, dude. That's just terrible.
Yes.
Well, it also didn't help that you took a video of it with the flash on and sent it to me.
There's no flash.
I know, I'm just kidding.
I'm not an asshole. Anyways, so last thing is so Saturday nights, 8:30 p.m., Lord of the Rings Online. Go play with Mal. Join us. If you really want me to come, gotta ask me ahead of time, and I would completely do it. So
if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get the Discord link in the top right-hand corner of the website. Click on it and ask for a guild invite, whether or not you play Star Wars: Old Republic or Lord of the Rings Online or
Destiny 2 or Guild Wars 2 or The Witcher 3 or Pokemon or World of Warcraft Classic. I'm not giving. Oh, we need Diablo Immortal.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, we would love to have you.
Yes. And I got to pee, so we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're talking about, I don't really know what. I got to ask Marcus, which I'm going to do right now. What are we talking about this week?
Well, I just want to get like a overall of the Obi-Wan show.
Okay.
Like nothing like, well,
I mean, it's spoilers.
We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk spoilers,
and then we have working class questions.
And there's some good questions,
which we've been forgetting to do for like 3 weeks.
No, I did them while you were fucking gone.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Son of a nutcracker.
But what did you think of Kenobi?
It had a lot of peaks and valleys for me. I think overall the writing was pretty crappy. And I think it was like 2.5 episodes worth of content that they stretched it to 6. And I'm noticing a broad trend of when Dave Filoni and or Jon Favreau are not directly involved in the Star Wars, it's not really whoever's in charge misses the mark, and it's like all different people that keep missing the mark. But
I think Deborah Chow did a nice job directing them, like the shots and the way it looked.
Yeah, it's all produced really, really nicely.
Yes.
Like the cinematography is good. It's just I think the writing and like plot is where I have large gripes.
So the more I think about it is this. I think what I don't know how long they've been working on this, so like I can't say, but it almost feels like they were like, let's bring Ewan and Hayden Christensen back.
It feels this series felt really rushed.
Yes, like they
slapped it together.
Like they slapped it together, right? Like, oh, we got to captivate. We've got the big guys. You know what I mean? Coming back.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they took just a little bit more time and they could have stretched this season to 10 episodes or 9 episodes and made like a full plot, like a whole episode could have been just Darth Vader hearing that Kenobi was on a planet and just searching the planet, destroying everything in its path.
Yeah, that would have been great.
You know what I mean? Or Kenobi and Leia land on a planet and you see them, have to fight a couple stormtroopers and find their way.
Right. Like the Mandalorian formula.
Yeah, like the filler quests. Like when the Mandalorian went onto the planet with Grogu and that's where he met Cara Dune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a great episode.
Yes.
Because you got the little walkers that were like the rebels and they acquired it because it was left there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, let me give you an example, right? Like just the this is nice catch. This is evident. Oh, Marcus almost just spilled an iced coffee on the mixer. That would have been bad. This is evident in several different areas of Kenobi, but I'm just gonna focus on something that's like easy to point out. So look at Reva's character story arc, right? Beginning of the show starts with like a flash of younglings.
Order 66.
Order 66. Very cool scene. Then shows Reva, and you can it kind of hints at, oh hey, she was a youngling, right? And okay, fine, but like that is built up to be, and I want to make more points than just this, but that's built up to be the big reveal towards the end of the series that she's a youngling this whole time. But like you know that from the beginning because you see that you put it together. It's like so like I don't know what's the word? Oh, telegraphed. That like it's not a big reveal by the time you know it. Like I knew and you knew in episode 1 that as soon as we saw Reva that like she's gonna turn to the light side. She's gonna be a good guy and like bail out.
I called it right away.
You called it right away. I called it right away. Angry Joe on YouTube called it right away. Jacob, my friend and who's been on the show, called it right away. And I don't even think Joey Feta has watched this yet, which shame on him. But I'm just saying it's like clear as day how that story arc is gonna end. And I'm not too mad at that, right? But I just think there's I like the steps that we took with Reva. It's just like presented so poorly that for most of the show you don't give a shit about her whole storyline. Like, let me give you an example. Spoiler town, obviously. In episode 5, when it's like, it confirms she was a youngling. Anakin killed all her friends. Anakin attacked her. Like now she's a Inquisitor, and like it's fucking with her. That would have been great to see in episode 2, not episode 5. Because if you see that in episode 2, now for the rest of the series, I give a shit about what she's doing and what's happening with Reva. And like, it doesn't make any sense for her to go like, I hate Anakin. I joined the Inquisitors. He killed all my friends, right? I joined the Inquisitors to eventually get back in Anakin. But somehow me wanting to get back in Anakin is going to make me in the first episode, she's obsessed with finding and killing Kenobi and goes out of her way to disobey orders to try and kill Kenobi because she hates Anakin. It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's just terrible writing. You know what I'm trying to say? And like, that's a cool fucking character. That could be an awesome character that you give a shit about.
But what did come out of it is like one thing that I heard, like when they were talking, like all the Inquisitors, once she like stabbed the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
They talked and they were
like competitive.
Well, yeah, and they talked about how when they got like taken by the Empire.
Yeah.
And like how they were tortured. Like we got that piece of lore. Like they were tortured until they turned to the dark side.
Which I understand that part too.
Well, right. But like, I was like, whoa. Because like, yeah, I always wondered like, how did they turn them? And they were like, the fifth brother or whatever it is, whoever the guy was.
Yeah.
He was just like, we just tortured you until you turned. And like the pain and suffering and all that stuff. Like, we capture a Jedi and then we just torture them until they turn into us.
Right. And I like that. I'm cool with that part, but I think the show like tries to have it almost feels like they're trying to have their foot in both kiddie pools. That's not a saying, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like they're kind of have Reva be good all along, but also be tortured and like be bad. But like, it doesn't make sense to do both things. You kind of got to pick a lane.
And I feel like
it's like it feels rushed, and
well, yes, but like I feel like it's because they're trying to accommodate everybody,
right?
Like if I believe like the show should have been solely about Kenobi and Vader, right, and like they could have had the Inquisitors like hunting for him, but like they could have left out the Reva character, and the show still would have been fantastic,
right?
But I feel like,
or if you do want to include Reva, which like. I'm game for that. I like seeing the Inquisitors. I think this whole inclusion is really cool. It's one of my favorite parts of Jedi Fallen Order and of Rebels is like this whole Inquisitor plot.
But where
like,
does this?
It just frustrates the shit out of me because they fucked it up. Like this could have been wicked cool and you fucked it up.
Right.
That's what makes me most frustrated. You know.
But then you get the positives of it because you have Vader walking through town, snapping necks and dragging people through the streets.
Well, right. That's the peaks and valleys for me. That's what I'm talking about.
Or you see Obi-Wan holding a lightsaber and it's like floppy, like flopping all over the place, like he's drunk because he hasn't even held one in
years.
10 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I want to know, does this take place before or after Jedi Fallen Order?
After, I think.
I
no,
don't know.
this is before. This is before Fallen Order.
So where's the second sister?
She doesn't exist yet, or she's not in the show.
Well, right. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Reva's out of the Inquisitors before Fallen Order starts.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is before. Yeah, because by the end of the series, she's not an Inquisitor anymore.
Well, right. But all I'm trying to say is like that I'm curious of. The other thing is I just felt like every episode, even if it was a slog, it was still rushed. I'm still stuck on the plot hole of the Empire knows that Bail Organa is helping and is a Jedi friend, and Leia is the same way, but they don't kill them.
Right.
Like, that's the biggest fucking plot hole that I can't let go.
Or how about, like, why don't the Star Destroyers ever scramble the TIE fighters?
Well, I think,
dude, like the last step in the finale, right? Like, the Rebel ship, first of all, the Rebel ship is like, Star Destroyers blow up ships all the time, right? Destroy them. Shields or not. And somehow this, like, random cruiser has the best shields in the whole galaxy to, like, run away from the Star Destroyer for hours and hours and hours.
Well, yes. I can tell you why.
Well, whatever. Okay, that's one thing.
Wait,
but then
can
also,
I tell you why they had the best shields? They had the Game Genie plugged into it. They used the code.
the cheat code. Yeah.
Yes.
But then, like, so okay, fine. Then Kenobi breaks away and Vader chases him. Fine, but like, scramble some TIE fighters to like go fuck
But
up
he
the ship.
doesn't want. Well, and then like,
But not to chase Kenobi. I get that part. Like, Vader wants, that's a personal thing for him. I completely understand that part. But like, how about for the regular ship, go scramble TIE fighters to go shoot it? You know what I mean? Or go.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. If your big giant ship can't go that fast, TIE fighters are definitely faster. Have the TIE fighters go and get it. They don't use TIE fighters ever.
Well,
hold on, one more TIE fighters thing. I'm just on a negative Nancy rant, and I'm going to give some positives because I liked a lot of the show too. But like, or even at the Inquisitor's base, and you've got the snow speeders, and they literally show TIE fighters in storage, and they don't ever think to scramble the TIE fighters.
Well, I think that was so
that's just for plot. I get it, but it's
no,
like,
no,
oh
yeah,
my
but
God,
no. I think they knew they were in the Inquisitor base. I think they knew it all. I think they let them go. I think they shot one down because they had to, but like, I think it was all a ploy to get them to get back to the ship so they could follow them. Right.
Yeah.
Like, it was all worked out in the program. My biggest flaws of the show, which I loved the show, but my biggest
overall positive. Agreed.
I enjoyed seeing the content, but I'll go back to my original point in a minute. But the big thing is I think they missed so many cues. Like, they gave so much fan service. Like, just give fucking real fan service. Like, when Vader was standing above Kenobi, he should have been like, "Oh, I have the high ground." People would have went bananas.
Yeah, we would have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, but at the same time, dude, I think the show did good in the parts that were important. They showed Vader strong. They showed how there were turmoil in the Inquisitors, and they still wanted their own plots. Like, one of the guys in the Inquisitors, he just wanted to be the Grand Inquisitor, and then there's the Grand Inquisitor, which, yes, and you learn that like Vader does not like the Inquisitors.
No,
he thinks they're a fucking waste. But something that was magical at the end is the Emperor still put Vader in his place.
Yep, that was cool. He's like, "Hey, why are you so focused on Kenobi?"
And you know,
like, who gives a fuck about him?
Right.
Let him go be in the desert. You know?
Right. Like, go let him be where he wants. But like, I think they wrapped up the show good. I don't want a season 2.
No, I mean, I think it's really neat and tidy.
Right.
Where they left it.
And like, Hayden Christensen's like, "Oh, I would do a season 2. Well, no shit. You probably got paid $100 million to play Vader for 6 episodes. Like, I would play it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, and like, just so I don't seem like completely negative on this, I liked a lot of the show too. Like, it had a lot of peaks and valleys. Like, there's overall writing plot that's, I think, is just rushed and poorly done. But like, a lot of the story moments are awesome. Like, especially the finale, especially a lot of cool moments with Vader, and a lot of especially the finale where it's like that you see his mask blown off and you see Hayden Christensen in there.
Yeah.
And I like that, like the symbolism of, okay, in Rebels, Ahsoka takes out the right side, his right side, viewers left on the screen, and then Kenobi takes out Vader's left side, and that's where he has the scar later in Return of the Jedi. And then the only person that actually removes the whole helmet and reveals Anakin underneath is Luke in Return of the Jedi, which it's cool symbolism, I think. It's like Ahsoka does the apprentice, like Anakin's apprentice does the right side, Anakin's master does the left, and then his son takes it.
If there was an Obi-Wan season 2, and it wouldn't be season 2, like give us an Inquisitor show.
See, like that's what's most frustrating to me about the Reva. Like screw, like how they did that, because I don't care about Reva at the end of it because it was poorly done.
Right.
But if they did it right, like they easily could have, like the story beats are right, they're just jumbled and like presented poorly. If they did that the right way, I would love a Reva spin.
Why can't we?
And it's a whole Inquisitor show about her like trying to like undermine the Inquisitors like and stuff. That would be great. That'd be really cool.
And the other thing I don't understand is why can't we get a bad guy show?
I hope we get it with the Acolyte.
I know, but like, why can't we just get a bad guy show? Why can't there just be a Star Wars thing that's not about the light side, it's about the dark side, and it's just dark and evil?
I would love that.
Yeah, everybody would. You know what I mean? Like, but my final point on this is that I just want the Skywalker saga over. I just want them to bring the High Republic in. And whether you guys are excited to see it or not, I just want something that's never been told so people can just watch it. Like, because when you have a fandom since 1977, opinions are everywhere. And somebody's going to like it. Where, yes, you're going to have opinions on the High Republic, but that story's never been told. It's an era that's never been touched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like the Old Republic, there'd be too many opinions of, oh, it's not right. It's not like SWTOR. Or it's not like KOTOR. Or it's not like rah.
Yeah. You know what, I will say, to give this show credit, there were no moments in this where I was like, oh, that doesn't make sense in like Star Wars lore.
I was so fucking pumped when they went to the Inquisitor's home.
Yeah,
like
Fortress Inquisitorius.
Yes, because I was like, fuck, I remember Jedi Fallen Order, and this shit was hard.
It's the last level. It's hard as fuck.
Right. And then you get the spoiler moment of Jedi Fallen Order, but I will never, ever spoil that, because if you've never played it and you play it, I'm not wrecking that for you.
No, that's a magical way to end the game.
What unbelievable. It makes me like, that's one game I'm really looking forward to playing, the second iteration of it.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, I think I'm gonna watch the series again. But like sit down and watch like 2 or 3 episodes at once and then do it again.
Okay.
Just to get more of a, because like the first time you watch a movie, you're like starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second time you watch it, I feel like you get like the plot holes. It's like The Last Jedi. When you watch it the first time, you're like, and then you watch it again, you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly. You start to like, and then the starstruckedness
right,
goes
and
away.
then the third time you're like, what the fuck? But some of the points were good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I think in summary, my gripes with the Kenobi series are like movie making, plot, story beats, like writing stuff. But like the Star Wars is good Star Wars, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, the Star Warsy things they did pretty good with, but it's like the like making a TV show stuff is where they sucked, is what I thought.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. But anywho, moving on, we've got working class questions.
Let's get it going.
So first things first, we got Tarquin, aka Quinn. He goes, here's a question for you: best Costco food. Best Costco food, like Kirkland brand, or like samples?
No, like the prepared foods that they sell. Mine's easy. The Chicken Street tacos. They're fucking amazing.
See, I'm gonna go with the hot dog because it's been $1 forever, or $1.50 or whatever it is.
See, well, that's fine too. No, I'm talking like in the store. They have like where you can like heat up the chicken and like it gives you all the fixings and the tortillas and the limes.
See, there's a Costco.
Bro, when you have Mama Mo go, dude, have her get you the Chicken Street tacos. They're the best fucking things ever. You're gonna destroy that thing in one sitting.
Great. No, you know what? It's like a thing. I'm trying to think of stuff that's unique to Costco. It's not really unique to Costco, but they sell this crab, this blue crab dip
Yes.
that's like in a little
Tub.
and it's so fucking good. I could crush like half of that
All right.
and then just like smell like fish for 3 days with like a couple sleeves of Ritz crackers and a tub of that. I could easily eat that as like an appetizer. I think I've had it for lunch
Appetizer would fucking be my dinner. I'd eat 3 sleeves of fucking Ritz crackers and that, and then
eat the whole tub
and shit my brains out for days.
exactly, and have mercury poisoning. But it's fantastic.
Feta asks, who do you?
Go ahead.
Oh my god. See, he's gone for a week and he just thinks he can overpower this show.
Well, I usually do.
That's why you're the talent. Who do you think should be the next Star Wars character to get a small spin-off Disney Plus show, and why?
Well, like if they did Reva right, that would have been great to do like an Inquisitor show. Now that I'm thinking about it, but like, I don't know. I want to see more Mandalorian content, but that's already happening, so it doesn't count.
I'm
just thinking out loud as I'm trying to answer this question.
Well, I'll answer it because I know. I don't want another Star Wars character. I want somebody that nobody knows about. I want a new character somewhere in the galaxy far, far away that we don't know. Different timeline, current timeline, future timeline, whatever. It could be Rey's mom and dad. I don't give a shit who it is. I don't want to know them. I don't want them to be tied to Luke, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca. Well, tied to Chewie would be fine because Chewie doesn't really talk. He just groans. But like, exactly.
Yeah.
But for me, I just want a show that a story that I've never heard and a character that I've never heard.
Yeah. Especially if as long as it's good TV, I'm a happy camper. But I think you're right. I know. Okay. The fact that no character jumps to my brain first is like, just kidding. I think like Rex would be cool, or like a clone trooper show that's not animated. That's like, I don't know what they did after or something. That might be pretty cool. But otherwise, like,
you got that with Rebels.
Yeah, that's true too. You see them afterwards.
Yeah.
So like that content's pretty covered. I think I'm with you. I think I would rather like a brand spanking new character that we know nothing about. I think that's why I'm looking forward to the Acolyte, because it's like pretty far in the past.
Right.
It's like a gray zone of timeline. So like it leads into things that you know about, but it's not really involving things that you know about. And it's dark sides. It's like a combo there.
And if I have to answer to Feta's question just to not shit on it, and I'm not trying to.
No.
If there was ever a character that I would want them to do, I would love a Disney Plus show of Revan. Like make Revan canon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Darth Bane. Like one of those two, like give us the backstory to the Sith or the Revan story. That would be an awesome spinoff.
I agree.
Like make Revan official canon.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's a great answer. Revan, I mean Darth Bane's pretty badass, obviously. They're one of my favorite characters.
Oh, this one's easy.
This is not easy. Doritos asks, what's your favorite Saturday morning cartoon when you were like 8 to 10 years old?
X-Men.
Was I that young? The animated series?
Yes.
Yeah, because
I don't know if I was that young, but like that's my favorite cartoon of all time.
Yeah, well, you were born 87?
83.
Sorry, 83.
I'm old as fuck.
So you're gonna be 40 next year.
Yes.
That's crazy. I don't know. X-Men was cool.
Bro, I'm just gonna put it in perspective. You're almost 30.
Yeah, I know.
I'm almost 40, and we're all sitting down in your dad's basement, and we're just grown ass adults. Like it seems like just yesterday we were playing with fucking Tonka trucks in your backyard.
I know, that's true, and like getting me to play Modern Warfare too.
Right, exactly.
But I think can I give like a Mount Rushmore?
I don't care. You can do whatever you want.
I'm just trying to think
for Doritos.
I'm trying to think of cartoons I used to watch. I mean, when I was little, okay, we're going, was like 4 years old, but I would come home from preschool and watch, or like kindergarten, because you'd only go like half day kindergarten. I'd watch Little Bear on like Nick Jr. and Franklin.
Oh my God.
Going way back.
Yeah, but that's
before this. Well, I'm just thinking through the question, okay?
No, that's fine.
So then, like, as I got older, I'm trying to think what else I watched. I definitely liked the X-Men a lot. Transformers, I remember watching on TV before. Oh, Saturday. Wait, this is so easy. Saturday morning, 8 to 10 years old, 100%. I'm watching Toonami and I'm watching Dragon Ball Z.
All right. See, there you go.
100%.
Yeah, mine was the X-Men. Like, I fucking loved it.
That is exactly like right when I was
Yes.
super into Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my God.
In Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, a little bit of Pokemon TV show.
And that was a time too where there was no DVR.
Right.
Like you couldn't buy the season on TV or VHS.
You could,
So,
but
like,
you really
Yeah,
had
but
to
if
look
so,
for
if
it.
you missed the Saturday, like the worst were the to be continued, and if every time there was a to be continued, I'd always miss the next fucking Saturday, and the following week it would be a new
Section.
show, and I'm like, fuck, what happened?
Right.
And for years, I never saw. There was this one episode of X-Men where it was during where they were on Genosha, and they captured one of the X-Men in the first episode, and they thought he was dead. And I never found out what happened until I was 16 years old, because I always missed that fucking episode.
Yeah.
And now I know, and it completed my life.
See, the same thing happened to me whenever Dragon Ball Z would be on, and it was never in order for multiple weeks. So even during the day it would be episodes 17, 18, 19, 20, and some Frieza arc or something, and they would be episode 4, 5, 6 in the Cell Saga. It's what the fuck? Wait, what happened here? And be find out next episode of Dragon Ball Z, out of order all the time.
Yes, but there was no DVR. There was none. There was none of that.
So I kind of knew what the fuck happened, but then it wasn't until I was in college and I actually, pulled out the old tobacco pipe, water pipe, and just sat and watched it in order. I've had it on this website that had it streaming. And it was just I could actually finally watch it in order. Me and my roommates that were all into Dragon Ball Z way back in the day and did the same thing. Oh my God, I can actually watch it in order and know what the fuck happened.
And I know what happened.
Yeah.
Doritos asks, what are the worst video game weapons?
I got an easy answer.
Go ahead.
Melee weapons. Fuck melee weapons. I'm trying to shoot everything. Except for Star Wars. I like lightsabers in Star Wars games, obviously. But normally, Fallout, The Witcher's not bad. But I usually don't hold on a minute.
The worst video game weapons? That's easy. Sniper rifle.
Oh no, I like a sniper rifle.
Not me. We've got to fucking concentrate and zoom and no.
Or you can just suck less and point and click with your mouse. Bam, headshot.
No.
Boom, headshot.
No.
That's an old meme. But no, okay. So in first, it depends. Now I'm thinking I got to make this a little more nuanced, if you will. In a first-person shooter, melee weapons suck. Like in Fallout or the Fallout series. That's not even that. No, not even that. Because in Skyrim, I like the melee weapons. No, I use the magic more often than not. I use the destruction spells. That was my first build. So I liked the range attacks in first-person shooters or first-person games. But then in third-person games, I actually enjoyed, The Witcher, I enjoy the swordplay stuff. And Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, I like the melee combat. Spider-Man, you beat people up a lot. I liked that too. But Horizon Zero Dawn's third-person, but I liked using the bow more.
Okay.
Melee weapons mostly don't like it, but
sniper rifles.
What's this last name? Oh, you
Rayu.
Rayu. I couldn't read it because you made a yellow font. Rayu, if you could put a childhood favorite video game on current gen, what game and why?
Oh, this is fucking easy. GoldenEye. Done. There's no game I want more than GoldenEye.
I don't know. Childhood favorite video game on current gen, what game and why? First thing that comes to mind is something I played a lot of when I was younger is probably Pokemon. The first couple games, if you could make that an HD. But I don't want extra features. I don't want the extra crap. I want the actual just base games with better graphics and just the same original 151 Pokemon. But what? There's something else I would say too.
GoldenEye for me, because that was the pinnacle of my childhood gaming, because that was when multiplayer became a thing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if you could concentrate on one of those 4 split screens and get the kills, Dude, you were the best.
Yeah.
Because half the time I was following somebody else's character, not knowing which one was mine because I was so distracted by all of the movement. I know, and GoldenEye's coming back, and honestly, like I just feel like that is the nostalgia game for me.
Yeah.
Like that, like I could say NHLPA 1996, where the wraparound goal was like banned. You couldn't do a wraparound goal.
Yep.
And like I had plenty of fun playing that on the Super Nintendo. But really, truly, if I could think of a game that I really, really, really want, it's GoldenEye.
I'm just trying to think of games I played a lot of when I was younger. But like I played a lot of like Medal of Honor and like the original Call of Duty, but like the new ones are essentially current gen versions of that.
If I said a different game, I would say I want Ocarina of Time redone.
I would love to see that because I didn't play. I went back and played it, but it's not the same. Like my first Zelda experience was Wind Waker. So like, and that's already got an HD remake and all that fun stuff. But
yeah,
I think probably Pokemon for me is like the solid answer that comes to mind. But
awesome. Well, thank you everybody for the questions. Please keep them coming because as we go, like I really hope that
they keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming because this is actually awesome content.
Yeah, I really enjoyed answering these. So
yeah, so go to Costco, buy the Chicken Street tacos.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.